Alrighty. Fucking awesome. Take a look at this shit. So this is what happened. About 7 months ago, on June 19th, I couldn't sleep and was attacked 2 nights previous, and some people tried to kill me. I couldn't sleep, and I wanted to shoot a YouTube video, and basically I couldn't walk down the street in Santa Monica without a homeless person that was working for somebody, whether it's the neighborhood app, whether or not it's Mason Donald Trump or Mason Nancy Pelosi. They're all scared but working together. For sure. I couldn't walk down the street here without 3 people getting in front of me. I couldn't go to the library without people yelling at me or basically trying to get me into some kind of altercation. To where basically I couldn't move. And essentially, back to the actual thing at hand, I went into this store. I took a $4 bottle of wine so I can sleep and also make a YouTube video across the street about how the guard card system doesn't work here, because basically the police can't do their jobs because they just wait for reports, and I don't know if you can see me now. They just wait for reports, and they just wait for things to happen, and all the people they should be arresting, they just, employ as snitches and to get a promotion. So they definitely let crimes happen. So the security guards that can't do anything, that restaurants have to pay, that people have to employ because they have to prove that Skid Row and Lost is working, so they have to hire these people because it's all one big handshake. And essentially, they're not. The security guards are not allowed to do anything, but they take it upon themselves to assault people now. So people at least get in an altercation so they can wipe homeless off the street, which are really just Americans, most of them, and get them in a physical altercation so they can get them on robbery if it's on the premises. So I walked out of here, took a $4 bottle of wine, went across the street to the Krispy Kreme, and a security guard attacked me off property. This, of course, was on the Krispy Kreme video because they have audio and visual recording on the outside, which my attorney refused to get that video. There's no evidence linking me to an alleged attack, but I had to plea out because my life was in danger multiple times, and basically there were several people trying to stab me, etc., in jail. And then the guards ended up turning on me because they don't like people that complain, and retaliated against me, and then put me in a dorm my last 3 weeks where there were about 25 beatings, vicious beatings, 10 on record, where they actually got people out of there. And then the dorm next to me had the same, where they had a pepper spray inmates. There's still someone in that dorm, which was 628 at North County Correctional Facilities, which they call Wayside, after being sexually assaulted and other things, where guards dehumanized me and made me spread my cheeks when they have metal detectors, but just essentially every single time I was going to court, I would only have 2 hours of sleep, and they would put me in cells with crazy people yelling at night, and basically just made sure that I had no sleep or REM, including shining lights on my eyeballs physically every other night from way far away to make sure that I couldn't sleep. And basically torture me in every kind of way you can torture somebody without leaving marks. Back to the matter at hand, I went to this store, went across the street to the Krispy Kreme, and a guard attacked me. I didn't do anything to the guy. And then I left, and then a police officer about 15 minutes later had one of these guys where they use a neighborhood app in this county where they legally stalk people, and I've basically been telling people not to give me any money because basically they were hiding people in construction sites all through this city, illegals, because they want cheap landscaping. And I mean, the rest is all natural. Everyone in California has a housekeeper, including people that are doing really bad, which is why they like illegals to work here, because they want slaves. They love that servant kind of thing. The point is I committed petty theft that I would have had a paper arrest for. And instead, these police officers, while my hands were up, continued to batter me, break my nose and my ribs after I had extremely life-threatening injuries, which were documented. So I got out today and found out that even though I had a year's worth of GR that was signed off on a doctor, the EDD office on Pico Boulevard has no record of me ever applying there, and said that my GR hasn't been active since July, which basically means that I have no money. Now keep in mind, on my birthday, my 33rd birthday, there was an attempt on my life, and all my documents were taken. I was hit with a pipe-type object and, after I was assaulted, and I basically couldn't use any CVS MoneyGrams within this area, which is why I had to leave. Any other area has severe gang members where either Crips, which run the jail, or who really runs the jails are La M, and they have every Mexican gang working for them. So if you're white in jail, basically there's 3 people per dorm, and you're not allowed to move and sleep. If they send people to beg for your store, which is when a family member sends you money, and basically it's illegal to be white in jail. It's ultra corrupt. The whole jails are definitely taken over. I'm gonna die out here soon for sure, but I'm cool with it, baby. But basically, I didn't commit anything but petty theft, and instead, police officers committed multiple felonies, altering evidence. The same guy that's been there on 3 police reports, a guy named Officer Holloway, I believe, that's in the video with a cap, ends up altering the police report once again, who was actually there when my foot got ran over in January of last year, and basically had just been targeting me for like a long time. So the gang stalking thing is definitely beyond, without a doubt, taking place. It's been taking place here for a long time, and essentially, the police threw out all my my phone documents, threw away my wallet with my ID and anything that I had in there, and my phone with evidence of the 2 female officers that came and jumped and broke my ribs. An altercation that I had where I was cussing at them because Santa Monica City Library had some homeless guy force an altercation with me, and instead of, handling it nicely, they acted like it was my fault to get me banned from the library. So I basically acted out like a huge false charade, which is just the same thing that happened with the security guard. So that's my side of things, 100% truth. And basically, I'm gonna die out here, but I did my best. And by the way, the deal's off. So something's gonna happen with Iran very soon, where the president is going to force a war because he's scared of being impeached, even though he has a deal with Nancy Pelosi. We're gonna fake it because they're all scared for their lives. I'm out here in the hornet's nest, and there's many hornets, so whether or not it's Crips or whether or not it's Mexican gang members and illegals, they're gonna kill me, and the Masons actually use these people, which is why they like crime to do it. So that's what's going on. And Vladimir Putin, if we ever had any kind of deal, that deal is over, because I never got any side of anything good. Even though I respect you highly, that goes for Donald Trump as well and family. If you want a new deal, come talk to me. This time in person. Don't send weird people to quote things or other things like that. And in case anyone didn't know, Donald Trump has had control of the Hollywood Illuminati for quite some time, meaning that he most likely allowed things to happen in human trafficking in order to be ahead of it. So might have even caused the problem just to fix it. And that's the truth. That's what I know. I'm out of here. Bye.